Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Jetersblessings. My name is Marjorie, and today I'm participating in the Try It Tuesday challenge hosted by Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs, and her co-host is Rebecca Virginia DIY. My first DIY is the one that I'm going to be doing that the Crafting Cousins did, and it is the little like shutter American flag. So here I have I had 2 packs of the 1 gallon paint stir sticks, and I just cut them into 9-inch pieces, and then I also had some other wood in my garage that I used, and I'm going to be making the frame with that. So I actually have 13 of the paint stir sticks, and I'm going to paint 6 of those white, and I'm going to paint 7 of them red to make the 13 stripes. Then for the blue portion, I'll have 6 of the paint stir sticks that I'll paint blue. So as you see, I have taken the longer wood pieces just from some scraps that I had, and I used my antique wax and painted it on there, and then I just use a baby wipe and remove the excess. So I'm actually just trying to glue the parts together, the top and the bottom, excuse me. And then I have that third piece, which is going to be the divider between the blue portion of the flag and the stripes. And so here I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I need to glue it together. So all I'm doing here is I have some of the stir stick handles that I cut off, and I'm just gluing them to the excuse me, to the ends of the sticks that I glued together. That way they're just a little bit more sturdy. So then all I'm going to do here is I just begin to, excuse me, I'm sorry guys, I just begin to glue everything down in order. And here I just do the same process again with the extra handles and glue those onto the middle piece. The reason I didn't do it to the blue portion and the stripes is because I had those long enough to where they actually glued on top of the long pieces of wood versus just gluing on the inside of the wood. So from this point, I decided I want to give it a little bit of a rustic look. So I take some more of that antique wax and I just brush it all over the blue, red, and white portions. And then I just go and wipe some of it off. So I had this stencil from the Dollar Tree and I'm just using it with a white glass marker from the Dollar Tree as well. And this is actually the first time I've done it this way. Whenever I try using stencils and the paintbrushes, I don't know what the deal is, but I get a lot of bleed through and I'm a little OCD, so that really annoys me, so I thought I'd try it with a marker this time, and I think it worked out perfectly. I really love the outcome. So here I take a Dollar Tree garland with the stars on it in silver, and I just pull some of those stars off and I glue them to the corners of the sign just to give it a little added touch. And I think this sign turned out really well. It was so super cute, and I just really enjoyed the inspiration that I got from the Crafting Cousins from theirs. So for my second DIY, I'm making a project that Kristin Kay did on this video. She's got a lot of great crafts on that video, so go check it out, not just the one that I'm trying to remake. So I take a couple of the Easter signs from the Dollar Tree, and I've got some handles from a 5-gallon paint stick that I had cut off and saved, and so I'm actually just going to use them to kind of make it a little more sturdy on the back. And these signs were like a little curved. We all know that they're not perfect when we get them at the Dollar Tree, but they were a little curved, and so I was trying to, I was hoping that these handles would not make them as curved and kind of help straighten them out. And it did a little bit, but not as well as I'd like. So then I have some of these faux wood scrapbooking papers that I got from a packet from Ross actually, and it's really nice and thick. The texture to the paper is not like your normal scrapbooking paper that you would get it in the packages at Hobby Lobby or whatever. I really liked them because it just had a different texture, and I will say that I tried to use a pencil on it, and it really didn't show up too well when I was trying to do some lettering later on in the video. But all I do is I take and Mod Podge the 2 sheets of paper onto the Dollar Tree signs, and I do try to line it up and make it look really nice and even when I add the second one on there. So here I'm just doing some touch up. I do not go back and put Mod Podge over all of it, just at the seams and kind of in the corners, just a little touch up where needed. So I have some of these tumbling tower blocks that I was trying to use in a different project and decided I wasn't going to do that. So I'm just breaking them apart so I can use them for this project. And all I'm gonna do is kind of just make a little crate, little box to be able to glue onto the sign, because it's gonna be a little planter. Now all I did was take excuse me, initially for the tumbling tower blocks, I just take three of the wood pieces and glue them together, and so I made several sets of 3, and then I kind of just glued the sets of 3 together to make these little, I don't know, maybe sheets of wood. I don't know what you'd want to call it. So here I'm just trying to figure out how I need to glue everything together to make the little box. And all I do is use my Gorilla glue sticks. They're wonderful. I like to use them on everything that I can. It just makes it a lot more easy for me. So here I'm just looking at it, and I do take some dowels that I used in another project that you saw there, and I end up gluing them all around the planter box just because I didn't really like how it looked, and I thought the dowels would give it a little extra decor. So I had this windmill that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking the little chains and the little bell off, and I'm gonna use just the main part. Now here's where I'm talking about. So I'm trying to do that old trick where if you put the pencil all over the back of the paper and then you lay the paper down and try to trace over the lettering to transfer the letter on there, you see it doesn't really work. And so I just decided, what the hey, I'm gonna go for it and just try to freehand. And then while I was actually looking at it, I was thinking, well, I'm gonna try to just do this like the picture, and then I just got ahead of myself and just started doing whatever. So it didn't turn out like the picture like I had hoped, but it's okay. I still think it turned out great. So once I have that on there, then I just take the windmill and I glue it on. But I do glue it to where just the back portion of the decor is glued to the sign. That way the blades can actually move. And then here I just added some, some greenery and floral picks, and this is how it turned out. I really enjoy it. I will add the playlist in the description below, so please make sure you go and check out everybody else's videos. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.